Welcome to Pioneer Counseling. I'm Jarius Shaheen, a LPC out of Missouri. Today I'm going to be doing just a walkthrough of the Missouri Division of Professional Registration website, the Committee for Professional Counselors homepage, and a few of their other pages. If you're a new clinician in Missouri, if you're a PLPC, counselor in training, LPC, and maybe visits this page a lot, could just be a refresher, could be brand new. I'll be walking you through this webpage. This is the home page here, and they've got a few things outlined. At the very top, you can take a look at all of the professional registration pages, the boards, the different professions, listings. You can search people's licenses here under licensee search. You can renew your license. You can become a board member. There's an application here. But let's focus on the Committee for Professional Counselors. On the homepage here, you'll get a link to the jurisprudence test. So if you're a PLPC working towards your full licensure, this is an exam that you'll have to take and study for. You and your supervisor will most likely go through the regulations and the statutes of Missouri in order to be prepared and ready to take the jurisprudence exam. It's $75. Open book. I believe you've got a couple hours to do it or so. And it's not too difficult. Got a lot of information here. When you click on the jurisprudence exam, you'll be able to see all the ins and outs. It's through the NBCE. As you scroll down, it defines what this exam is, talks about what it covers: licensure requirements, supervised counseling, and professional conduct. How do you apply? When will you get your score? What is the passing score? Here's the exam fee, etc. So it's all very cut and dry. Going back to the page here, we've got different buttons. Telehealth information. If you're providing telehealth, you do need to take some trainings for that. If you're needing an extension for your provisional license and you've gone past the uh, uh, applicable window of time in which to obtain your full licensure. If you're needing to complete or have complete an educational review by the board, license verifications, an update about the counselor compact, which hopefully will be live soon across many states, including Missouri. So just a handful of different buttons here. Currently, it's August 1st, 2026. Our online renewal time frame is closed for now. This committee has actually worked on creating and rolling out a new electronic onboarding system for clinicians called MoPro. This will let you um, submit your application to become a therapist online rather than the old process of a paper system, a mail-in paper system. So that's a whole separate website. I've got a different video walking you through that. But this main website on this homepage gives you updates. On the bottom here, you'll get information about background checks, fingerprinting, veteran services and benefits. What is the Fresh Start Act for pre-licensure, criminal history determination if you've got a history, a training requirement for suicide prevention, which you do have to complete. There's also a fee waiver statement, usually for military personnel, that would waive your application fee, I believe. On the left-hand side, you get to know the board. So here we've got Dr. Cynthia Baker, Dr. Laura, Dr. Carey, Dr. Lee Harris, etc. Gives you information about the board and what they do. You get more information about what the board is supposed to do in the regulations chapters. You've got a link here for application forms, applications to become a counselor in training, PLPC, how to add a supervisor or a site, how to become a supervisor, how to end supervision, how to apply for full licensure, how to apply for licensure by reciprocity between different states. You can see this drop down here. We've also got a checklist to go through for counselors or trainings or PLPC individuals. Uh, you've got the application itself, the checklist. You've got a model contract if a supervisor needs to affiliate themselves with the site in which you're going to be working at. You can also look through the application or example application what that'll look like. The difference here between the PLPC and the LPC is that obviously you don't have a supervisor, so you're applying just for yourself and where you're going to be working at. Uh, you can open each one of these. It'll give you a PDF view, steps that you need to take. It walks you through it pretty simply. The hope is you're going through this with your supervisor as well. There is a section for complaint forms. If we are going to be making a complaint on anybody, there is a process for that. Central Investigations Unit completes that and walks you through the process. You can submit a form if you're going to submit a complaint about a licensed individual if they've done something unethical, and the committee reviews that. So that was complaint forms. Continuing education. This gives you information about what counts, what doesn't count, how many continuing educations you need, what are formal hours, what are self-study hours. Uh, Gives you in-depth, also sample of tracking mechanism, how you can track those. Most agencies use organizations like Relias Training, and you can track those electronically. We've got some frequently asked questions, a page for licensure requirements. This has a lot of information in it. Licensure overview. What does licensure mean? What professions are licensed or certified? Requirements, and so on and so forth. A lot of great information if you're new to the field, what counts under supervision for your direct hours versus indirect hours. I've got a article on LinkedIn if you're ever curious about that, examination requirements, etc. We've got some information on the National Counselor Exam, the NCE requirements. Gives you a link to the application. If you have not completed your NCE, this is a great first step. Like I mentioned, regulations. This is a 3-chapter. Our Committee for Professional Counselors has 3 chapters: General Rules, Licensure Requirements, Professional Responsibility. You can view those. Proposed rules. The committee is always working on improving itself and creating rules, creating changes, and you can look through those. Show me response. This is a program that you can be a part of. 8,000 volunteers currently registered. When a disaster hits or a crisis occurs, you could be called upon or requested to be part of that help or that aid. A link about the staff, who all works there. A link to the statutes. Each link is a statute and you can read through those. Again, a lot of information, hopefully to review with your supervisor or on your own. Supervisor information. This is if you are choosing to become a supervisor. It gives you information about what you're responsible for and what you need to do. It also gives you, at the very bottom, a template of your licensure supervision weekly log, where the PLPC will write their name and they will track their hours so you can keep track over time with their signatures. We do have a counselor news link that you can get news as an RSS feed. The information here at the bottom to email profcounselor@pr.mo.gov. Their phone numbers, their address, all will come in handy during your PLPC process. So that is a walkthrough. If you ever have any questions, feel free to reach out at pioneercounselingstl@gmail.com. You can also send a chat on any social media platforms. Thank you and have a great day.